Another beautiful display of the sweet science by Usyk. But this is not to say that AJ didn't have improvements of his own. However, Usyk's amazing footwork, combinations, feints, volume punching would still prove to be too much even for this new and refined aggressive style of AJ. AJ's corner was constantly telling him to work off the jab, but Usyk was able to render that punch pretty much useless. It gave me glimpses of Manny. Just like with Manny, Usyk would constantly be moving his head, never putting it in one single static position. This is especially useful against bigger opponents with the longer reach because now it forces them to be cautious with their jab. And when they do commit to it, Usyk is ready to simply slip the punches. AJ never had that type of movement, and it was already showing in the very first round when Usyk was landing the up jab. Now, the good thing about the up jab is that Usyk can hide it well behind the body jab. What he would do is feint low to the body, then come back upstairs. This is particularly effective with the up jab because it is something you throw up from a lower position. Usyk also had a much wider array of offense because he would constantly be mixing up his attacks, throwing combinations both to the body and the head. But where AJ really shined in this match was his attacks to the body. His relentless assault on the body would prove to be even too much for Usyk to handle, and he would hurt him a lot in the 9th round. It is in these moments wherein we really got to see AJ impose his huge size and power advantage over Usyk. But despite being hurt badly by AJ's body punches, Usyk's superior movement kept him safe. The fact that Usyk can keep up this kind of bouncy footwork even late into the rounds is truly astonishing and saves him from much worse damage. He would simply never be in the same position for more than a second, and would also cover up as he's moving to get away from AJ's power. Oftentimes when someone is hurt, they will just shell up on the corner, but the problem with that is eventually your opponent's punches are going to break through. This is why you must move. This just goes to show that when it comes to defense, you don't really need to do anything fancy like Floyd's Philly shell. Oftentimes, the best way to get out of danger is to simply move. This constant movement would also make him a bit reckless, and this gives Usyk opportunities to clinch up with him. However, when AJ gave Usyk quite the trouble in the last round, Usyk came back even harder and started landing some beautiful combinations. Usyk even adapted and would start countering some of AJ's body shots. Sometimes offense can also be the best defense because that confidence AJ had in the last round is now completely gone. The biggest thing that separated the both of them was that even when they were both dead tired near the end of the fight, Usyk would still throw punches even if it didn't have any power. And he wouldn't just throw one. He would throw combinations of punches, whereas AJ would look for that one big shot, miss, and then throw again like 30 seconds later. It even got to a point where AJ was starting to wrestle with Usyk. Usyk still kept the pressure up no matter what, and even if these punches weren't the strongest anymore, the volume at which he was throwing them starts to add up damage and also puts him more in favor of the judges. This would all be too much for AJ to handle, and Usyk would remain victorious once again. But it honestly should have been a unanimous decision. A truly amazing performance by Usyk, and hopefully the match with Fury can also happen.